Welcome to a brand new video program Spirit. I'm going to again attempt to try to give you guys a better idea of how to see within these companies, games companies, social media companies, movie production, television production companies. These companies are heavily infiltrated by ex CIA or current CIA agents who, when writing scripts, producing shows, they engage in psyops. And when I started playing Fortnite, okay, I don't play the story. So that mode is more where you're now competing against each other together to obtain, a certain mission, right? Not obtain a certain mission. We work together to build defenses to protect, right? It could be what they call an atlas, van, could be a launcher, could be different things. Also, you can rescue people. So within each of these missions, we're able to but they, like I said, they've been targeting me. And also, they will try to sabotage the game. Okay, sometimes they succeed, sometimes they don't. Right. But what I have in this, usually I'm usually saying it like, and I say certain words, there'll be a car honk or police sirens. But I'm going to play a mission where when I do something within the game, I'm going to show you the type of sound that they'll do right after. Okay. So let me go on here and let's switch the screen. Okay, let's go to the mission menu or the world missions, and let's pick. I'm gonna pick one mission in which I can show you guys exactly how they do these things. Okay, so there are certain things that they will do on some missions, certain things that they do. Right, so let's do this. I'm doing fill, which means that it's a public server, and I should be paired up with other players, right, who want to play the same mission. Now, at times, they wouldn't do that. At times, I'll still be put into a private, well, I wouldn't say private server, but where no other players would be in that mission. Okay. Okay, so there you go. So what you guys are seeing is that, again, the shadow ban. Usually there'll be other players in the mission lobby. That this is what this part of the game is right before you go into that mission, right? Or you could launch that mission if somebody else is already in the mission. They will show up at the screen. Okay, let's launch the mission. And Okay, I'm going to try to finish this mission quickly. Okay. That way I keep the video short. Let me just increase the mic volume slightly. There you go. All right.
Lars is standing by to gather storm intel, Commander. Let's launch that van.
Philip, if you'd be so kind, I need to get back up in those clouds.
All right, so I just
We're headed your way.
beat the horn.
Make sure to collect any blue glow you
I
see.
hear a horn beeping immediately after she said this things like that. Okay. Then whenever you see this is it's kind of these are what they call show you guys. All right. This is efficient mechanical part. Usually when these parts you get them from destroying vehicles or mechanical object, and when I do get them, it will be called honking again. So immediately after I will get those efficient mechanical parts. Let's see if I can this one. Okay. And this happens often. That's how I know that, again, it is geared towards me, because it happens quite often within certain, when I'm playing the game, I should say. All right. And within certain missions, you're not going to get those parts. This is one of the highest level, the highest mission. And also, whenever you see the wild boar, right? Let's say if it runs past me, I'd either hear a siren or honking. Okay. And if you're if you're TI and you play games, okay, it's totally fine. Don't let them try to make you feel bad, right? Because again, this game is very relaxing. Okay. For me, sometimes when I started to get back my concentration where I can read the book. But as soon as I read for about maybe an hour or two, they will start a noise campaign, right? And I'll start getting hit with directed energy, silent sound. And so again, it's painful because I get the headaches. And that in itself is trauma. Okay. That in itself is something that is so painful, those headaches. That and then after a heavy dose of being hit with these weapons, it's like I don't even want to read them, Also, let's see if I can show you guys another item that usually comes up that I either hear a car honking or Lisa. This might be one too. Right? Usually when you get the twisted blind, right? You see the car honking or police siren, and because it's green, the color has a lot to do with it too. Okay, that they'll even do the police siren. All right, so usually in some of these, well, I would say in some of these missions, they have to rescue people on the zombie. Okay. Yeah, these are the fat ones. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So here's one of the parts: the iodized, oxidized mineral powder. Again, with that, it'll either be a car honking or a police. Now imagine you playing this game, and every time you mine those materials, this is the time. Oh, excuse me, I just didn't want to cough in the mic. Yeah, that you're hearing, the noise campaign, and it's constant. It is constant. Okay. And I said, if anybody really wants to understand what's really going on, if there's a targeted individual living in your area and they're not involved in the PSYOP, psychological operation, just listen. Listen to the outside sound. When you're hearing car honking and police siren, you know, right after the next, and sometimes it's very frequent, right? Sometimes it's very frequent. So you would not, if you're listening out for this, you would not think that these things are going on, but they really are. Like I said, and it's sometimes it's so frequent, it's
Blue glow
it
to prepare
affects
for
your nerve,
liftoff.
right? It affects your nerve. Also, when she said the word blue glow, okay, either honking or Lisa. Okay, sometimes it's never both at the same time. It's always either one or the other. Okay, and like I said, and they could be like right after each other, right? Okay, so we got somebody came in the game in the mission, I should say. All right. So in this mission, you have to build the fences around the venue. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this mission as quickly as possible. All right. So that way, as I'm explaining this happening, sit and watch this video for a long period, right? So let's let me do this. Drones. Also, when I'm launching drones, right? Right? I mean, I'm not kidding. Okay? Again, it's really miracle. Well, I am surprised that somebody actually came into the mission, because they know I'm recording. So I'm very, very surprised by that. Okay. Right. So the oxidized mineral powder. We're here for hunting. All right. So I got to craft some ceiling traps. Let's do the ceiling electric field. Let's do about. Oh, as soon as I started laying the electrified ceiling traps here, I need to get up there. You know, like I said, sometimes they are pretty emboldened. Let me tell you, they really are. And one of the things that they do is, like I said, with anything is that they may try to make it into a game. And again, you have to understand and realize this that as human beings, uh, you know, when things are happening to us, particularly if it's in the form of a control mechanism, that your natural instinct, particularly if you don't know what it is to fight against it. Because again, these this technology been used on TIs is to destroy our lives. Okay, so our natural instinct, as with anybody else, is survival. You will fight back. We survive. You will fight back. But the thing is, if you don't understand, which you never do in the beginning, and it'll take you years, unless you happen to just started researching, and you might find a website or YouTube channel that will explain these things to you in a way in which I first started researching. Yeah, you know, there wasn't a lot. There were documentations from other PIs, but let's say the ending of the 2000s, right, up to 2000, like 2008, 2009, is when you had a lot of TIs online. You know, we had podcasts, sometimes multiple nights a week, and you know, you had a lot of TIs that come on there. A lot of TIs used to do videos. Sadly, they no longer are doing videos. Just a few that are still doing it, and you know, some TIs have, you know, done self deletion. Okay, and just want people to understand that, you know, when they put people in this program, people actually are so traumatized and can't. I shouldn't say can't, but they really don't quite understand, and it is a hard life. It really is. Right, you're targeted every day. But I always say, you know, you just have to know that what you exposing this and what you're doing is the right, and they're going to do everything in their power to try to prevent you from exposing. Okay, like I said, they have built in these. I wouldn't even say fail-safe mechanism, but they have built in ways in order to try to prevent the victims of non-consensual human experimentation, as well as the microchipping. They, you know, as a way of trying to silence us, right? Trying to take away our voices. So the more you expose, is the more they're going to attack you. The more they're going to use psychological threats, also physical threats. You may be poisoned. You may be drugged multiple times. You may be poisoned multiple times. They'll send honey traps, right? And so one thing you got to be is to understand is that this is why I do what I do. So I want to show people out there that there are people out there, okay, in the world, in your country, in your state, in your city, in your town, in your neighborhood, who will engage in psychological warfare as well as corporate warfare against you. And you wouldn't even know. You would not know, okay? And so one thing that they've been trying to do over the past couple years, like I said, has tried to get me to speak to these honey traps, and I just I understand what it is. Okay? So recently, they've been using to. You asked me just the other day, the other night, show me this picture of this woman. She was dating. I said to her, I am in no position to be dating. Okay, I am not psychologically ready, or able to, I should say. I am not. I'm a disability, so I'm definitely not financially ready because the way these women talk today, these other women, it's like you need to make 6 figures. Listen, you barely get by on this. So who am I going to date? Right? Another Ti? No. You dating Ti's? If you ever dated Ti, I never have, but I can imagine. It will be a bunch of accusation of who's targeting who. Okay, I mean, literally, that's what it would be. That type of relationship, right? Because it is very hard for targeted people to, particularly when there is no defense against these kind of weapons, and they can manipulate you at any time. They can manipulate the other person at any time, and that person will say that you're targeted. And you know what? That person would be right in saying that. Now, are you consciously doing it? No. Are they going to understand that? Maybe not. It depends on that targeted individual, how long they've been targeted, and have they been researching what has been done and what continues to be done to them. And so only at that point when you can meet somebody who have that kind of understanding, and again, this is hard. Like I said, I've never dated a female Ti. You know, so it becomes a difficult. Right? Now that's not to say that it can't be done. I'm just saying that it's highly likely, and if it is, if you are dating a Ti, you may not be able to be with them all the time. Okay, because again, this is of the targeting, because you yourself and they are being manipulated with these. So it becomes a very, very difficult. Right? So now, okay, like I said, you're going to get into a shouting fest of who's talking to who. And really and truly, there's, it's hard enough being targeted by other people, family members, you know. So, like I said, it will be a very, very difficult. I wouldn't say impossible. I would just say very difficult. Right? And yeah, and also, as a TI, they don't want you doing anything that makes you feel good. you know, we all know sex makes you feel good, right? It's a good feeling, right? So they definitely don't want you doing that. Right? So we gotta understand it. But if you meet a TI and whether it's he or she, the opposite sex or the same sex, you guys can come to an agreement. I'm just saying that you need it. So yeah. All right. So what does he do? All right. What does he do? Because he's not putting up any trap. I'm doing it. Oh, yeah. So this is another thing too. So let's say something I play missions by myself so I can build up my resources. Right? And resources, I mean, here are your resources, right? Your crafting. Right? So you have all of these, and craft them to create weapons, ammunition, other things that you would need to build. Um, so like let's if I build up like a good amount of resources, right? Be in a mission with other players, and let's say I'm building a fence, they would literally talking using my concentration. Um, yeah, so they would like literally not build any uh, defense, any defensive towers or have you put them in the trap. They'll just wait for me to push it out. I don't. Like I said, I play this game because I enjoy it. It's relaxing. As you guys can see here. So I guess he's not going to put down any traps. I guess it's gonna be me. Like I said, which is fine. I don't really mind. I don't care. But they do it because again, they are always trying to send you the message of taking things away from you. Okay. So whether it be your financial resources, whether it be your family, your boyfriend, girlfriend, what have you. This is the psychopathic mindset these people have, right? And so it is what it is. But like I said, I'm glad I'm able to expose them in such a way that I'm helping other TIs out there to have a good understanding of the graph of them, find ways to fight back. Then I've got okay. See. I need some little freeze trap. Get a few more. What the heck is going on here? Okay, no, I've never seen this before. Now, who is this? Send me back to home base. So what they got? So okay, so this is what they do. So they wait until I use my resources. They then do stuff like this. And I don't even see this person. I don't even know who this person is. He's not in the mission. So what's going on? Anyhow, think. Okay, let me do this. Like I said, they do things for a reason. All right, they do things in a particular way, fashion, for a reason. I've never really seen that pop up before. And so, it just goes to show you again the extent that they will go through, the kind of things that they'll do. And I'm glad that I'm recording this now. My audio is coming in pretty good. The mic is coming in. If not, then I guess I have to do it. But we shall see. Okay, let's with some low spike traps. And again, one of the best things you can do, being targeted on the manner, is to help other TIs, right? Now, like I said, they will try to prevent you from exposing what it is. Like I said, these dark triads who commit these crimes against humanity in order to hide these things. Okay, they'll target you. Right, so something just popped up on my phone, and it's like it was a blue and gray screen. Never saw it before either. So again, I can't show you guys. Whenever, like I said, whenever, that's how I know that I'm doing the right thing, right? So as I jump down, that's what happened. So sometimes when I'm jumping down, or particularly when I'm jumping down, I hit a car honk. But when I'm jumping up like this, I either hit the siren. Okay. Oh yes, like I said, you gotta. I guess he's waiting for me to start the mission. All right, let's do this. I gotta make sure that my defenses are adequate. Okay. Need to put a anti air trap. Okay. So some of these zombies, they throw fireballs or they throw projectiles. Okay, so I need to also here and to one up here. Relax. Relax. Also, when they're killing animals, yeah, okay. And again, there's this very short burst of siren sound, and flowers, flowers,
Bonus points for success.
yeah.
Good job, team.
Okay.
Not bad. I think we'll need a little more
Oh,
blue glow.
also the what I got there,
Add blue glow and get ready to defend the
dubious
fan.
herb.
Switch when you're
It's
ready.
that tree looking type thing with the green leaf on top. That's pretty sorry.
Need help.
Okay. Well, I guess he doesn't really need any resources. I'm collecting whatever resources I can. All right, so now I need to get need to get one more. All right, and again, because in these missions you collect blue glow. Right, targeting. So that's to be aware. Your TI, so that there'd be no surprise. You will know exactly. Most likely you're implanted with a microchip. Okay. And you know, listen, obviously, listen, matter what happens to me. It matters, but it doesn't. Okay. What matters, like I said, this is one of my purposes. Okay. And so, whenever you a person decides to become a whistleblower and expose wrong information, understand that they're going to come after you, right? And you're going to be targeted anyway. Suffer in silence, or you're going to fight back. You got to understand when it comes to these coercive persuasion program, and the reason why they use a coercive persuasion program is just to separate. Okay, they manipulate you, they manipulate the people around you. Okay, they engage in covert psychological warfare and covert warfare. Okay, in order to silence you, so you need to understand that. See, once I started to
Looks like a bad storm is in the forecast.
understand
I need to pull you out
what
before it
was
gets
happening,
there. You have 2 days.
it became
Good
easy.
luck.
It became easy for me to say, okay, this one, because I have kids, okay, and I know they will target my kids. You got right. My brother was targeted first, and when I became a target, he told me, he was like, when he went to see his therapist after he was labeled with schizophrenia, he said, "How come my brother don't? His therapist said to him, well, I'm sure your brother will develop it later on." And so, again, I look at my kids and how they target my kids. For example, my son, sometimes they'll have him wait for a bus, right? He'll be standing at the bus stop for almost an hour. Now, when I used to pick him up from school every day, they did the same thing with me and him. We'd be waiting a lot of times for months. And I've done videos on it too. Just so again, Once they start targeting you for whatever they're selected for program, they have to do things on the side. Decide that you're going to expose them, and that's just the nature of these, right? We know the U.S. is synonymous with non-consensual human experimentation, but America gets away with it because it's the superpower, right? And they control the narrative. What they were doing in you, right? In their rendition program, snatching people off the streets. See, look at that. As soon as I get the flow,
We've got a bonus in play.
what does he do? Starts the mission. But again, this is what they do. This is so now they're outside making the spitting sound. Now I have to go and get the sound effect for that spitting sound. I got the sound. I just need the proper. Well, I guess so much for a quick mission.
Three, two, one.
All right. Now, so I hope I was able to explain to you guys exactly with the noise campaign. Sometimes, like I said, it's very frequent. Nerve wracking at times. Other times they do it very suddenly and not so frequent.